This is the Jayhawk Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
From the Hawks Nest, Game 2 of a doubleheader. Boys-girls basketball against Denver tonight. Girls did get the win 46-44 just moments ago. You can watch the entire game again on Facebook or as well on YouTube. Let's get right into our pregame interview on our Heartland Technology pregame show with head boys coach Joe Smines. Remember, Heartland Technology pregame show. We'll talk to head basketball coach Joe Smines as back home for 2 this week. It's been a little while. Denver coming in tonight, and then we'll have another game coming up on Friday. But let's rewind. Let's look at last week. Weather hit you again last week, but you got 1 game in at least.
Yeah, we actually got 2. We played over at Hudson last Monday, which seems like it was an eternity ago. Went over to Hudson, got a nice conference win. Got down by double digits at one point in the third quarter. And the fourth quarter, we played a great fourth quarter. Kids really buried down and got a nice win over a conference opponent that's had a nice year. So, and then we had 3 days of practice, and then we didn't have school on Friday and able to play versus AP. Then we went over to Grundy Center Saturday night and played a team that's super athletic, a team that played in the sub-state final last year in 1A, and they played like it. They took it to us. We did not play very well, and some of that was to do with them. And they beat us 72-49, I think the score was. So you tip the cap to them, but we didn't play good enough in a lot of areas. Yesterday at practice, so hopefully got some of those things shored back up and had a good workout yesterday. So we're ready to go tonight.
Yeah, you got 2 Fridays in a row where things kind of got snuffed. Talk through the decision, from the coach's standpoint, the AD standpoint. Friday night turned out, at least from a layperson's perspective, to be a clear night. Yeah. But what went into the decision to move that game to next week?
Sure. It was actually the 3rd Friday in a row we've had canceled. We haven't played a Friday game since before Christmas, so I'm not sure that's uncharted territory there. But normally with us, 99% of the time, we don't play. We have school, it's canceled, we don't play. This time was a little different. We were going to wait it out a little bit, see what happened. Knowing that it may be better later on, and there was kind of a wide-ranging weather between who had school, who didn't have school. AP actually had school on Friday. They made the decision probably late morning that they weren't going to have evening activities. So from our standpoint, we were willing to wait a little bit still, and we hadn't decided that we were just automatically done. So, and most times we are. But they canceled evening activities, so that made that decision very easily. And they were in school actually the whole day. So I heard from a couple people in that direction that it got really bad, actually Friday evening on the way home from a couple of friends over at Ackley that coach. They said the roads were horrible Friday night. So Wapsie Valley actually had how'd that work? They got out of school early on Friday. Sure. And so did Olwine. So, I guess it was kind of a wide-ranging deal, and it's part of being a winter sport. You're going to miss some things, and I think some of that played into our poor play on Saturday. We had practiced Thursday morning, and not very well, and then we went into a no school day, didn't play, and played a Saturday game, and that led into that. Sure. But it's just part of the deal sometimes. Hopefully we get to play this Friday, so we're long overdue for that.
Yeah, it's you start packing them in here. You got 2 weeks before the regular season's done.
Yeah.
But Denver coming in tonight. Talk through what you're going to see from the Cyclones when they come to your floor.
Very entertaining team to watch. They have kids that have been playing for a few years now. They'll play 4 guards. They bring a 5th guard off the bench. They want to play at extremely high, fast-paced tempo, shoot a lot of threes. You'll see them kind of go 1, 2, 3 passes possession, the ball's going up. If you get more than 3 passes, it's shocking to them. So they want to up-tempo pace. They have a kid named Bryce Phelps, who was all-conference point guard last year, really good player. Kyler Mathias, coach's son, really good player. And then they got some other guys. They have almost 5 guys in double figures. One of the best teams in our league. They beat Dyke this year. In my opinion, they're a team that can make a run to the state tournament. We at their place early in the year, when Brody was playing, we played them right down to the wire.
Sure.
Obviously, we're much different at this point without him. They're a little different because they picked up one of their rotation guys back, so we're going to need to get the game slowed down tonight. Hopefully we get the game in the 40s and 50s, muck it up a little bit. Keep them in the half court and try to be efficient on offense. We got to get the ball inside, and we got to finish inside tonight, and then keep them off the boards and keep them from hitting 3-pointers. That's the key tonight for us.
Okay. Talk through the development of your team. As you look through how they've progressed and had to step up since Brody's out with injury. Somebody that's really stood out has really stepped up. You got Cooper Fueling in there, but also looking at Lee now that is making progress every game. It seems like. Yeah,
it's been an interesting year in terms of the revolving door of our team. So we've had to do a lot of things to change our personnel, our attacks from game to game based off of some injuries with Brody. Carson's a kid that last year didn't even play JV for us. He was a fresh soft player. Has really come on. We knew he would. He has that in him from his his genes and his work ethic. And now we have Corbin Fueling coming into the mix a little bit. A little firecracker out there. Just does a great job for us, and really pleased with Cooper. Cooper's been a great leader for us, and we're still evolving here, trying to find our. This group's tough, a little tough because we play two true, basically 5 men with Landon and Lee now, and now we're playing a team tonight that's going to play 5 guards. So we've had to do a lot of adapting defensively, and we're still doing that from game to game. So hopefully here the last 7-8 games we can get our feet underneath us and play a little better basketball.
Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach Joe Smines on our pregame show. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Some good insight from head coach Joe Smines. Luke, give us our starting lineups for tonight for Denver and Jesup.
Yeah, for the Denver Cyclones, we've got Isaac Besh, Bryce Phelps, Kyler Mathis, Luke Pendergast, and Kaylor Hoffer. And for your Jesup Jayhawks, Jace Pilcher, Cooper Fueling, Corbin Fueling getting the start tonight, Carson Lenow, and Landon Barrett.
So, yeah, big nod out there for Corbin coming in and has really contributed since Brody Kresser went out with a shoulder injury. Has stepped up in that point guard spot, and he's got a lot of energy out there.
Yeah, he does.
He drives it on that floor.
That's actually one of the things that I like most about Corbin is the energy he brings to the floor. He's just got a little something in his tank that we haven't seen as much with the other guys this year.
I would say it's been a few years since we've seen somebody of that magnitude that expects that of other people out there, especially being an underclassman.
Yeah. Yeah, he brings some fire for sure, so it's good to see that.
Still waiting to see who can score here.
I think every team needs Lenow with a nice drive inside. I think every team needs a player like that, somebody that can get everybody else up.
Lenow on the first one to score. Took over a minute for that to happen. And Coach Smines saying this Denver squad an entertaining team to watch.
Yeah, they're an athletic bunch. Oh, man, wide open on the backside there. They're an athletic bunch. They'll get up and down the court, put the ball up. They can score in bunches if you let them. Corbin with the drive and dump off to Lenow. Nice spin move. Can't get to drop, but pretty little move by Lenow.
Go back the other end of the floor.
No good. As we were just saying, that ball just barely got down the court, and it was in the air. Pilcher with the drive. Blocked on the baseline, but it'll stick with the Jayhawks. 2-2 after 2 minutes of play.
Pendergast with that basket for the Cyclones. Cooper Fueling. Off to Lee now. Pilcher with that in the corner. Corbin again very quick on his feet. Flashing those orange shoes. Nice pull-up jumper. Right side. 7-footer for Cooper.
And that's what Cooper does for you. He's got a great pull-up jumper. That mid-range jump shot from about 8-10 foot out. He's pretty deadly there. He's a totally different personality than his brother on the court. He's just pretty methodical, just goes about his business. No real highs or lows, which, there's pros and cons of that. As a senior, you might like to see a little more of that, get on my shoulders and follow me type of mentality, but he certainly gets it done with his actions.
Right underneath, Landon Barrett. That's nice play for him. That's where he needs to be.
Yep. Picks it up off the ground, goes straight up with it. Deep three.
Wow, that's a big one. 2 in a row for him.
Isaac Besh.
Fueling spins, and Lenow about 1.5 feet away from where he needed to be to get that one moving.
Cooper got a little bit of ahead of himself there. Corbin at the top of this 2-3 zone Jesup's playing. Unfortunately, Denver doing everything you want to do against a 2-3 zone is, make the outside shots. That's what brings the team out of the zone, and that's exactly what they're doing. That's going to be a foul on Besh. Good sport there. Helps Corbin fueling off the ground.
First personal, first team foul. The Cyclones. 4:14 to go, first quarter. Moving quickly here. Jace Pilcher. And Cooper fueling in that backcourt. And that man-to-man press. Pilcher takes that hard dribble, left hand. Flicks it out to Cooper. Comes in the paint, jumper from 10. Back then to the floor. Bryce Phelps, a junior on this team. 6'2". Bounce in, hop and a jump. Barrett looking for the charge.
Yeah,
he held his feet.
Bryce Phelps got away with one there. That could have easily been a charge. I think the fact that he did stop and didn't go into the guy as much as a charge usually, or the way the charge usually happens.
Feeling dribble between the leg into Barrett. Give and go to Cooper's going to see it blocked. Bryce Phelps. He's going to try a three. Phelps. Rim no good. Pulled down by Lee now, the sophomore. Not going to be able to hang on to it. And it's just volleyball out there, and there's Pilcher to come away with it.
Grab that ball. Grip it and rip it.
3-minute mark. There's
deep three by Corbin, no good.
Back of the rim.
Just a real back and forth pace so far. I don't know that this pace really suits the Jayhawks. Down by 5 so far with about 2.5 left to go in this first period.
Team's getting shots, just struggling to make them fall. Landon Barrett, nice straight on. Leak, you've said it time and time again. He's squared up with that basket. He's more than likely going to drop it.
Yeah, he's really not a back to the basket type of player. He ends up there quite a bit, but I think he's most effective facing up.
Within 3. And Barrett leading scorer on that floor for the Jayhawks with 4, wide open.
That's the second time that's got behind the defense there. That cannot happen.
Luke Pendergrast. Barrett straight on. He's got a nice form on that shot. Denver comes near side with Besh.
Pretty good defensive team in Denver as we see Kyle Mathis knock down yet another 3 for the Cyclones. But I was about to say I'd like to see the Jayhawks working inside a little bit to lean now, which they have a little bit, but in the same breath I would quickly say Denver's pretty solid with their defense down there as well.
Timeout on the floor, 1:32 to go first quarter. Again, Denver coming in at 9-5 overall, 8-2 in the Nickel East. Jesup 3-11 with a 1-8 conference record. And you look at that record for the Jayhawks and really deceiving. There's a lot of tight games that Jesup was right in and just didn't have the ball bounce their way or the shot go through as it needed to.
Yeah, there's a few out there they'd probably like to have back. Just a different team this year. Some years you have a team that they find a way to get those close ones. That has not been the case this year.
Wyan in the game for the Jayhawks and didn't have anything for the Cyclones on that one. 2 points for Hoffer. Taylor Hoffer, sophomore, 5'11". And now Wyatt in the paint.
That's a pretty runner. I like Wyatt. Wyatt might have one of the best shots on this entire team. That doesn't mean he's getting it in the hoop the most of anybody on this team, but I do like his play and I like his shot for him.
3 3-pointers for Besh. 9. And that extends this lead to now 11 really quick. Fueling off the bounce. And there's a little push inside.
We get a couple at the line. Kyle Brett set to check in. Would guess he'll give Lee now a break, but I don't know that for sure.
Free throw up for Cooper Fueling.
And he will replace Lee now. Lee now exiting the game with 4 points. No. What's Lee now got? 2 points?
He's got 2 points in the night. Under 30 seconds. 21-12 is that score. Phelps looking to set up that last shot. Sees the clock. It's going to hit 10 seconds. He's going to take his dribble. Wide open 3 left side. Going to hold off with Will Curtis. In and out, no good, and that'll be it.
And he got a good look at that shot, too.
21-12 at the end of the first quarter. And really comes down to that three-point shooting, Luke, and Denver, it's been on their side.
Yeah, what did they get? Four in that first period?
Yeah, looking at 5, really.
5?
3
okay,
from Besh, 2 from Matthias.
So there you got 15 points without, well, I guess there's no real reason to say without those it's a Jayhawk lead, because that's like saying my golf game is really good if I could just make those short putts. But
putt for dough.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we've seen what Coach Smine said in the pregame. I mean, this team, they move the ball well, fast-paced. Heck, half the time the ball just doesn't sit in one spot very long. They're running it around the perimeter, and 1, 2, 3 passes at most, it's going up in the air.
Jesup will have the possession as we start the second period. Coming up on the U.S. Sailor halftime, we will have girls basketball coach Jordan Conrad join us, and we'll talk about the 46-44 win over the Cyclones from earlier tonight. Wyatt caught up a little bit on his pivot, looking for an outlet.
Man, he took that one right up to the edge of the 5 seconds, I think.
And Pilcher took a hard bounce off his opponent, Phelps, and Jessup's going to give that up.
Bryce Phelps, so quick. There you go, number 6. Credit Isaac Besh with his 3rd of the night.
That's his 4th.
4th three-pointer of the night.
Just sat in that corner waiting for it to end up in his hands, and Jessup's going to force that offensively, but hang on to it. And Landon Barrett, easy go, finds it.
Solid move inside for Brett.
He's got 6.
I should consult the stats guy before throwing out figures like that, shouldn't I?
It's up to you. You're going to do it how you want to do it anyway. So, so Besh will even it out as he goes to 14. Pick from Barrett, tries to lead inside. Only 2 team fouls on the board between both squads.
Yep, that's going to be a reach on Kaylor Hoffer. As we see Kyler Mathis check into the game. I feel like I'm not pronouncing that right.
Matthias.
Matthias. That was, man, how hard is that? Not very.
You had to stop and look at it closer. You figure it out.
I kept wanting to say Matthias, and I'm like, that's not right.
Phelps, he tries the 3. There's Barrett with a nice defensive board. Pilcher will hold back. Finally cross midcourt. Force over to Corbin Fueling. 10 foot out, finds his brother Cooper. Spin, fade away. Backboard, no good. He will go to the free throw line as he drew that foul.
That's the Cooper special there, that little spin fade away. Spin jump shot.
Third free throw for Fueling.
Luke Pendergast and let's see, that is Conley Lyons into the game for the Cyclones. Both seniors. Pendergast 6'7".
Fueling 4 free throws tonight. Tightens it up 26-16.
From up here, I wouldn't have guessed him at 6'7", but I'll bet he's a lot taller when you get down beside him.
Funny how that works.
Well,
wow, he's hot. Cool him off. He's at 17.
yeah, we're going to need to find a way to guard him at some point here tonight. The problem with Denver is you can guard him, and it's not like he's their only weapon out there.
But he's giving them energy, too.
Yeah. So you throw a double team on him, and then you're going to open up somebody else that's probably going to hurt you, too. But we probably
bounce it to Pilcher. Quick three up. Cooper can't get it. Get that rebound to Kyler Mathias. And ball's out of bounds. And foul on the play. It will be. That will be against Cooper Fueling, his first personal, first team foul for the Jayhawks. Luke Pendergast took a bounce and a step. Jayhawks knocked that down, and we will see Denver again on the rebound, or the inbound. Pilcher given the duty to try and cover Besh, and like you said, Luke, you give up somebody. Luke Pendergast, right there, 6'7", he finds it.
When you look at this Denver squad, I mean, they've got one senior in their starting lineup. These guys aren't going anywhere anytime soon. The next three are juniors, and then throw a sophomore in there. And then you look down the line there, they've got a lot of youth. So they're probably going to be around for a while here.
Coach Smine's getting a chance to talk with his staff. Steve Schmidt, as well as Nick Donnelly, Ronnie Selesky, Mike Johnson, trying to determine what's a plan of action here. He's going to keep with Pilcher, Wyant, Tanner Cole going to enter the game here.
I think you almost got to just stick somebody on Besh and say, this is your responsibility.
And
wherever he goes, you go, and don't even pay attention to anybody else on the court. You know, your eyes are glued to Besh.
So that's going to be. We'll see where that all lines up. Fueling.
And I could see
on
that
far side gets it down low to Barrett from Wyant. No good. Barrett can't pull down his board on the missed shot.
Cole was in position to get that rebound, but fortunately we had two guys end up in the same spot. What's going on with Tanner's shoes? He's got two different shoes on there.
I think it's just, I don't know. It's a good question. Tanner Cole has it.
I mean, I don't even think they're the same style of shoe. That's got to.
It's a little
not
different.
Not sure how that would work.
Well, it is Tanner.
Maybe they are the same style. I can't tell from up here. Yeah, I think they are. I stand corrected.
Charge in the paint. Pilcher will inbound it, 31-16. And Landon Barrett will have that inbound, right side high. Barrett takes a jump, and there's Besh for it. Wyant given the duty to try and cover that three-point shooter. And as they're working him out there, Pendergast goes inside. Draws the foul. Been some time since Jesup's been able to score. Free throw no good. Pilcher crossing midcourt. Approaching the 4-minute mark, first half. Three-pointer for Wyatt. Needed it. Not going to happen, and Wyatt will put a foul in on Conley Lyons.
Cole out. Corbin Fueling back in.
Wyatt again still trying to cover Besh. They are such a fast team and can pass that ball very effectively.
And so you can see that's Wyatt's job. If you look at him, he's where the ball is doesn't matter to him right now. His job is just drape Besh wherever he goes.
And as you're watching him work through there, Luke, it's interesting to see Denver knows where he's going and where the picks need to be. Mm-hmm. Try and slow down Wyatt. Get him open. He's hot. You got to try and give it to him. Wyatt's going to post up inside.
I think they're going to get him with another foul there.
That'll be his second personal. 15 foul. Jesup went from having none in that first quarter to now accumulating 5. Wyatt falls, slips. Talk about
that's what happens, you know.
Roll happening for you. Besh at 20 points.
And Wyatt, I mean, really, Wyatt's one of the quickest guys out here. He's the guy that you want on him, but I mean, that's how good of a player Besh is.
But Besh is the same. He's might even be has a step on him too. Nice follow-up by Matthias. Takes him to 8, and a full timeout is wanted. Taken by head coach Joe Smines, and interesting to see what adjustments they can make at halftime, Luke, as this coaching staff tries to look at their personnel. And look at Wyatt down there. He's a little huffed. Trying to catch his wind.
He just had the hardest job on the court. I don't know what changes you make, to be honest with you. You got to get after it.
Jesup being outscored here so far this second quarter, 17-4. That's that difference you see right now. Pilcher across the Jayhawk midcourt. Wyatt takes a step in and back. Besh giving him pressure as well. See some substitutions. And Pendergrast, as well as Tyler Matthias, will have a seat. Bring in some fresh legs. Taylor Hoffer back in. He did start this game. He's back in now. As well as Will Curtis. Cooper Fueling's free throw good.
He'll get a chance at the second one here. Hopefully bring the Jayhawks to 18. And he does.
Fueling at 8 points total. Free throws and one field goal, and Jesup. Hard to prevent Phelps from getting in there. Now all starters have scored for the Cyclones.
Yeah, I mean, it's always easy to sit in a crowd and think about, well, they should do this, they should do that. You know, everybody's a armchair quarterback, so to speak, but at some point you got 5 guys on the floor here that they decide who's going to win this. Am I going to let this guy get to the hoop, or am I not going to let him get to the hoop? Am I going to get to the hoop, or am I going to let them stop me? Am I going to beat this guy down the court, or is he going to beat me? It's on them to get it done. So, you know, everybody's like, well, make some coaching adjustments, this, that, or the other. You can make all the adjustments you want, but those guys on the court got to get it done.
Feeling at a basket puts him at 10, but Besh responds with another 3, his 6th of the night. 43-22. Besh has 23 points first half.
Nice
and
shot.
Wine will see one drop for himself.
Really nice shot by Wyatt. That's what I mean. Wine's got a really nice stroke. Good. Kind of hangs in the air a little bit like his brother used to. Oh, that was the right idea by Pilcher.
Look at Isaac Besh.
That's a travel. Yep, good call.
He started all 15 games this season. And
Corbin Fueler with jab step. Jumper, no good. Back the other way quickly. Besh, fake to the hoop. Almost gets the floater, no good. Rebound, Cooper Fueling.
.37 seconds.
Kicking it out.
Wyan wide open, angled out.
Got it.
Just keep chipping away at it. Pound the stone, as Coach Sauer would say. But Denver,
yeah, they just keep
that
coming
stone
back.
is broken. They keep pounding harder. Hoffer, he's got 5 points with that 3.
I am looking to get it in Wyant, or not Wyant, Heath's hands, if I can, because he's definitely shown he's got a bit of a hot hand right now.
And that's it for the first half. 46-27 is that score. And hard to match up against that 3, Luke.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got Besh out there. I think that's 6 or 7 3-pointers. That has him at 23 points so far.
Yeah, Denver's just been too much, too often on both ends of the court. We just haven't been able to match any part of their game so far. So yeah, we'll see what sort of adjustments are made at halftime. And the Jayhawks are going to have to come out with some determination if they want to get back in this thing for sure.
Jesup outscored 25-15 against Denver in that second period. So we'll see how they, again, like you said, how they will come out in that second half. 9:26 to go, waiting the arrival of head coach Jordan Conrad.
I think
Is there a sighting?
I believe he's making his way.
Sighting. Come up and talk about their win tonight over the Denver Cyclones. Scoring right
There he
now
is.
for the Jayhawks, Cooper Fueling. He's got a lot of free throws to his name. I think he's got 6 or 8. And a total of 10 points for him. Wyatt coming in there at 8 as well. Other side, it's Besh. Isaac Besh, the junior. 23 points for him for Denver. Joining us in the U.S. Sailor halftime show, catch up with girls head coach Jordan Conrad. And coach, talk about a game. Tight game, ended up with a win, 44-46. Tied at halftime, really fought back, but it wasn't about not getting shots off. You guys were getting the shots off, just trying to get them to go in, but it was really both sides of it.
Yeah, both sides had some looks. I was talking to Coach Pilcher earlier, and I said I felt like we were up, 10, 15 points early on. We got so many good looks. We just kept getting offensive rebounds. We had so many looks inside 3 feet. We just couldn't make anything. So, we came out of the first quarter, I think we were up 8 or so, and I told them, I don't even think we played that good. We have an 8-point lead, but we had so many shots right there we could have scored a lot more. But they had a few as well. So
yeah, you came out of the gate on fire. Just like the second half, you came out of the locker room and it was just bam, bam, bam. I think at that point, Treptow went to 20 points, and then it just kind of stopped. So things changed up in that second half for you guys. A lot of energy early, but kind of drifted up. Luke and I were talking. There's something about when shots just aren't falling. It kind of drains the energy on the floor, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's always easy to have energy when everything is going in. But, I thought we did a pretty good job battling through that. Like I said, it's easy to have energy when it's going through the basket. When you get yourself a couple easy looks and some makes, it kind of puts the wind back in your sail. But I think the girls did a good job of, keeping their spirits up and giving the energy and making a few of the hustle plays. I thought, like you mentioned, early on and down the stretch, I thought there were some 50-50 balls that went our way. In the middle there, I thought they were getting the 50-50 balls, just beating us to the floor, out-hustling us a couple of times. But, when it really mattered down the stretch, I thought we came up with a couple of those.
Yeah, you were relatively deep on your roster tonight. Borgering getting some action again, and Larson continues to impress with her aggressiveness on that floor.
Yeah, she's starting to play with a lot more confidence. She's really stepped up this year. Throughout the year, her minutes have only gone up. She can be a shooter for us out there, and when she stays confident in herself, she can attack the rim, like you mentioned. But I thought, Allison Flaherty had probably one of her biggest games.
Yeah,
she played
definitely.
a lot. I don't even know if she came out.
Consistent play underneath, yes.
Yeah, I don't know if she even came out tonight. I have no idea. But, with Peyton getting in foul trouble and, some others, being in foul trouble, she had to play a lot of minutes for us in that 5 spot. And she came up with 8 points, I think. That might be the most she scored. I have no idea, but it's the most this year, I would say. But big game out of her on both ends, I thought.
Yeah, she's kind of that quiet down low. You don't know she's there, and all of a sudden she's got that opening against the box, or puts it up in the box, and it goes through.
Yeah, she's been really nice for us. She's just a great role player that we'll really miss in the future. She knows what's expected of her at all times, does all those little things that don't show up, just being in great defensive position and things like that, recognizing when to go set screens, all of those little things that sometimes you can't teach, but she does a really good job of.
Definitely so. So you get the win tonight against Denver by 2. Going to Thursday, you got a back-to-back game again. Thursday, Wapsie Valley. Friday, Dyke New Hartford's here. Talk through the rest of the week of prepping again for another set of back-to-back games.
Yeah, so we'll go through Wapsie tomorrow. We can't have any letdowns or anything like that. You can't overlook anybody here. If Denver can tell you that, attest to that. Last night they played Columbus. First time they played them, they beat them by 41. And then they take them to overtime last night. So at any moment, any team in our conference can get rolling, and you've got to be ready to play. So, we can't look past Wapsie at all and look ahead to Denver or to Dyke, anything like that. But I think the girls realize that. They had a letdown last year with beating Wapsie and then letting Wapsie come in here and beat them on their home floor. So I think they'll be ready, and then it's impossible not to be hyped up and ready for Dyke. Then I think the #1 team in the state in 3A, so we'll get our chance with them here on our home floor.
Well, we'll see how things come out on Friday. That's when we'll talk again.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Coach Jordan Conrad on our U.S. Sailor halftime show as Jesup girls winning earlier tonight 46-44 as the girls squad goes on to a 12-3 record, 8-3 in conference play. Denver drops to 10-7 overall, 7-5 in conference play. It is halftime in the boys' game as we have Denver in a commanding lead right now, 46-27. Leading scorer on the floor is Besh for Denver. 6 3-pointers, sitting him right now at 23 points. We'll return here in just about 2.5 minutes on the Jayhawk Sports Network.
and sit down. Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Back on the Jayhawk Sports Network, Marlin Technology. I'm Nate Klaber, Luke Baldwin joining me. On the technical side, Anthony Baugh on the magical suitcase, Eric Clark. Yeah, he's still here. He's on camera. He slips out every now and then, so I had to make sure if he was there or not.
I don't.
15 minutes, okay.
Oh.
I was like, is that a gang sign?
I didn't know what was happening
555? Okay.
You got to work tonight, Eric? Always working.
Yeah, you knew he was not going to be home.
And just like that, Denver starting where they left off. Free ball from Kyler Mathias, not Mathias, like some moron might say.
Like who?
Like me.
Well, just want to clarify. Third quarter underway and aggressive game, and we're going to see tensions heat up here as the night goes along.
That one's going to go against Pilcher, I believe. And it will, and it's Jace's third foul early going here. And then he turns around and does get that one picked off.
Pull up Wyatt, free throw line,
Ooh,
no
close.
good.
I like that he's looking to score though.
7-minute mark. Denver Cyclones, Jesup Jayhawks. Right side, wow. Kyler Mathias, back to back.
Ooh, what's he going to call there? Oh, he does call the body. That's going to go against Mathias. Corbin drives the lane, was able to draw the foul. It's going to be on the ground underneath, on the floor, I suppose you should say, not on the ground.
10 3-pointers so far on the night for Denver.
I take that back there and give him a shot.
Corbin fueling. Cooper fueling. Landon Barrett. Heath Wyatt. Jace Pilcher on the floor.
Cooper a little off on the first one. See if he can knock the second down. And he does. I didn't think he'd miss 2 in a row.
Yeah, he's got it in him. He's finally in the scorebook. See if he can make a difference in this one. Playing some catch-up. Cyclones really spreading out that Jayhawk defense. And
man, that honestly, that was great defense by Corbin Fueling. There was not a whole lot else he could have done there.
Corbin Fueling, dribbles right, dribbles left. Cooper trying to take advantage of a pick from Barrett, and he's going to get triple team. Pilcher will get it. Go on the paint on his own. Wow, Chase.
Pretty drive by Pilcher, splitting the defenders all the way to the rack. I thought Matthias was going to do the same on this end.
That one doesn't fall for Besh. That's unusual. Fueling no look right side to his brother. Comes in the paint. Draws the foul on the shot.
Corbin sporting some new shoes tonight, or have those been around a little bit?
Well, those look a little new. Maybe a little reward for being on varsity now. Who knows?
I suppose if I had shoes that look like that, I'd be that quick?
No.
Okay. Didn't have to answer that quite so quickly, but Will Curtis.
Well, it was quick, but you could have went all sorts of different directions with that that phrase, and I decided to go that way.
Will Curtis, senior, into the game for the Cyclones.
Baseline, Denver. Will Curtis.
They're going to get him for a travel.
So looking to slow it down a little bit, bring it across midcourt. Corbin Fueling, near side, lead into Barrett. Corbin. Oh, he needed that. Wyatt trying to stay tight on Matthias, and Pendergrast can't get it to fall, and a foul. Is that going to be on Cooper or Landon down below? Give that to Cooper Fueling. That's his third personal, and that's something Coach Smines needs to be aware of and keep an eye on. There's Besh. Fueling his responsibility now to cover. In that corner, give and go quick. They have just spread that defense out so far, Luke. You don't know where that ball's going to go or where they're going to take it.
Yeah, they do a nice job of opening up certain areas of the court, allowing the one-on-one or the one-on-two moves.
25 points for Besh. Wyatt jumper, 8 foot out, no good. There's Pete to come get his own rebound. Pick from Barrett, jumper, 10 foot, nice angled out shot.
Cooper almost with the steal. Lean out, checking into the game.
We have not seen a lot of him just because you've got so many guards out there.
Tanner Cole also into the game for the Jayhawks. Barrett, Wyatt on the bench.
Pendergrast. See the post up by Leanow. Number 40 will get the foul called on him. That'll be his first personal. Third team foul for the Jayhawks. Second half.
It's been interesting to see some of the personnel combinations Coach Smines has put on the floor this year, just trying to find probably anything that works consistently. Brought up some young guys. You know, he's got Corbin Fueling in there. He had who was it we saw the one night? Parker McCone.
Yeah,
got some playing time.
He came up.
Nice pass. Oh, got it.
Got the roll.
Beautiful.
Cooper's got 14. He's got 3 personal fouls. I'm sure Denver's very well aware of that.
Besh jumper,
And
10
Besh
foot.
just cannot miss. Take him to 27. Up by 26 points. Corbin tries a shot. He does get fouled.
He's gonna shoot 3. Gets fouled, knocked down, and helps the guy up that knocked him down.
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship.
And that was Kyler Mathias. Got a little bump in the mouth, looks like. Key free throws here. Fuel.
I'm more impressed to see a guy illustrate good sportsmanship than I am a basket any day of the week, because really that's what this is all about. Most of these guys aren't going to go anywhere after college as much as their parents and others would like to think they're going to. It's really about building better human beings for the long haul, and when you see Corbin Fueling displaying good sportsmanship like that, it gives you some optimism for him in his future.
Most definitely. Five new players in for Denver.
It's going to be, I think that's going to be out on Nick Adams. They're going to give the ball to Jesup. They do. Nice defense by Denver, though, nearly forcing the turnover.
You got 5 new bodies out there. They're going to keep pressuring this Jesup offense, and Fueling lean in, trying to find Lean Owl with a rebound. He goes out of bounds off the Cardinal and gold, or the maroon and gold.
Adams, just a sophomore, comes in with all the energy in the world, man. Everybody they bring in here they just get after it.
And Leanow's going to get called with that charge. His second personal, team 4th. Definitely see the fresh legs out there.
Yeah, makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
Lyons has it. Now to Adams.
Nice pass.
Opportunity for Lyons. He gets in the book off the bench.
Beautiful pass by Sheridan.
Spread it out. Now Leno by himself over to Tanner Cole. Ball gets loose.
Got a foul on there, definitely a foul. Tanner was in a headlock for a split second there.
You don't mess with that hair. Don't like it. Third personal against Lyons. Corbin into Tanner. Corbin for 3.
Got it. Nice little drop step by Ryder, couldn't get it.
We still have another quarter of basketball to play. Denver's pulled their starters. And this
pulled their starters,
again.
but then went into a full court press.
Oh, yeah.
22 points, which that's fine. I got no problems with it. You're playing varsity basketball.
Presents a whole other game strategy for Coach Smines as we see that starting group come back.
There you go, Tanner.
Cole.
Jesup beating the press and then turning them over. So the starters will come back in for Denver after their second or subs. That's I don't know. I think they've darn near gone down the bench here. Looks like they got just one warm-up still on one of the kids.
That'll be Matthias with that foul. Making the
Prendergast.
making the scorekeepers earn their keep tonight.
Yeah.
That many exchanges so quick. Barrett, 60-second mark here, third period. He has it, dishes off to Cooper.
Wyatt.
Three
Short.
for him, no good.
Close, he's just got to get those legs a little more into it.
And Curtis waiting at the other end.
Running the floor.
Barrett trying to get by Pendergrass. Got some inches on him. Cooper ducks by 2, can't get it to go. Tanner Cole tries to get the rebound.
Oh, get out of there, get out of there.
Hoffer with the 3, no good. Jesup will have it. Pilcher goes to get that. Wyatt, aggressive effort, trying to keep that ball in, and Jesup's possession. It will be Denver, and there is Hoffer to Besh. No good on the 3.
Go.
Cole wants somebody, and Cooper has 3 seconds to try and get a shot off. A little late in the delayed, and that'll be it for a very long third period. 64-42.
Well, as much as it surprises me to say this, Denver managed to increase its intensity halfway through that third level over what they had already had it at the entire first half. So, I mean, Jesup was really struggling to just move the ball from one person to another there for most of that period. They did manage to get some points on the board, 42-64. Denver still well in command, but I wouldn't want to be out there right now, Nate.
I'd like to see it, though. That'd be fun. Denver did outscore Jesup in that third period, 18-15. They were down at halftime, 46-27. Cyclones again coming in tonight, 9-5 overall. Jesup 3-11. Last 5 games, Denver win at Columbus last night, 64-60. Lost to Decorah, 74-71 earlier. Last week, beat Union. Have a win over Dyke, 61-55. There's your win, Luke. And then AP lost to them, 57-47. So Denver had Dyke's number so far this year. Phelps has been averaging 16 points per game for Denver. Only been held to 4 right now. Besh has had the call as he's at 27 points. Ball out of bounds. Quick pass to Fueling. Barrett. Conservative jumper, no good. Foul, Cooper will have it. That's going to be number 4.
You got to give this Jesup crew props, though. They're not competing. I mean, they're out there working their tails off. They're just there's just not much going their way here tonight.
Hoffer with 9 points now. Very quick on defense. Tanner Cole looked at the 3. Pulls down his own board. We'll go at it again. Just throw the fouled in. 17th foul against Denver. Jayhawks losing to Grundy Center Saturday. Got the win last week by 1 over Hudson. And 3 losses before that, Union, Sumner, and BCUW. Cooper Fueling been leading the squad over 13 points on average this season. They just have a way of just setting up that 3 and just making it go.
Well, it's open. They're going to make it go as long as it's not defended.
Just some confidence to them, though, too, when they're doing that. Leanow, left-hander.
I'd like to see more than that. Leanow's a big body. There's got to be a way to get him more touches down there. Sometimes I think we get a little quick with our driving. Maybe don't allow the offense to give us what it could give us.
Pendergrass, foul on Barrett. Barrett with a 1-and-1. They do have Jesup in a bonus now after that 8th team foul. The Cyclones. Ooh, Brett in and out. Besh.
There it
Wide
is.
open 3. Losing his touch maybe a little bit. Hope I don't jinx that. Curtis has to flush away Fueling, and I think that's a 12 or 13 three-pointer tonight. 20 points. 2 people in 20 points. Give that one to Matthias. Besh intercepting that one.
Oh, beautiful.
Talk about floor awareness.
That's nice execution there.
Matthias, very aware where he was at. Foul off Pendergrass.
Yep. Number 3 on Pendergrass. Leanow back out. Wyant back in.
It's just hard for him to find a role tonight when you're matched up with a heavy guard forward lineup.
It's moving at the speed of light.
Pilcher's free throw does go. 4 points in the evening for him. Bit by bit, Jesup's finding some chances. Brett with 8 points. Pendergrass by himself. Can't get it. Barrett gets aggressive.
So I'll take this thing.
Fueling. Free throw. Area shot doesn't go. Denver will save him from go out of bounds. And Denver again spreading the floor. Curtis take him to 4 points, 76-49.
Jesup boys just, tanks are running pretty low here. They've had their backs against the wall all night long, and Denver's got to, Denver's about to sub their entire starting lineup. And then they still got another 3 guys on the bench that all have their shirts off and have been in this game too. So, and you look at our bench, we got 2 guys with their shirts off. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say our guys in white are a little bit tired. Coach Mine's going to go to the bench. He's going to bring in Dawson Dykes and Parker McCone into the game for the first time.
Might to bring out some fresh legs, right?
Yep. Denver, all new guys. Looks to be the bottom 5 for them. It's not meant to be a knock on them, just some of these guys we haven't seen yet tonight.
Wyatt, Dykes. Just eventually chipping away at it, trying to get it. Jesup will hang on to it.
Gavin Nolan checks into the game for the Jayhawks. So we've got Nolan, Dykes, McCone, Pilcher, and Fueling, Corbin Fueling.
Pilcher taking a different role in that squad. Playing well to 3 almost, isn't he?
Oh, it's kind of a post move there, 4 or 5.
He'll come off, as will Corbin Fueling.
Carter Even and Kyle Brown into the game for the Jayhawks.
Brown, a senior, one of the seniors on this group. And Denver will see Lions with another score. Heath Wyant, Kyle Brown, Cooper Fueling, and Landon Barrett, all seniors for Coach Smines. Senior night will be next Friday. Dykes, baseline, double team.
Give it to him. Carter even put
Nola misjudged the pass. Under 2 minutes. Denver. They got talent top to bottom, Luke. Colton Reeder in there.
Dykes draws a foul. He'll go to the line, shoot a pair.
Denver going to make some more substitutions here. You got 3 coming in that the crowd, Denver crowd's excited to see come in.
They pull those guys out of the crowd? Where did they come from now?
Might have. Dykes, free throw, no good.
All right, so I believe we've got everybody off the bench for Denver now.
Jared Minikas. Ethan Scholville. Dykes will get the free throw in. And Jesup will also have Parker Dewey have an appearance on the floor, the junior, 5'10". 60 seconds. Approaching.
Good cut by Ethan Scoville. Couldn't get the ball to drop.
Jesup traveled up to Wapsie Valley on Thursday. Doubleheader there, and back here with Dyke Hartford on Friday. Will be our next broadcast on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Connor Sheridan for Denver. There's Nick Adams. Three-pointer no good. Jared Minika seems to be the crowd favorite. Brown. Actually, Carter even in the game now. He will go on the scoreboard with that foul.
Sometimes you just want to say, all right, man, could you just let that one go? But, you know, Schollenberger is now in the book, so that's why you got to, if it's a foul, call it. And he'll get a pair.
84-50, and last shot from Nolan. That'll be it. 84-50. Jayhawks will go down to a record of 3-12, 1-9 in conference play in the ICL East. Denver advanced to 10-5 on the season and 9-2 in conference play. Denver had 2 with 20-plus. 25 points for Besh, 23 for Matthias. You look on Jesup's end, Cooper Fueling, 14 points, I believe 6 or 7 free throws in there. Wyan had a decent night, as well as Landon Barrett, but not much room in there for Carson Lee now to get some success at that centerpiece. But different type of game than they've seen this year.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of recap needs done for that game. It was pretty lopsided on both ends of the court. Denver came here to take care of business, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, I think they hit 75 three-pointers, and it was just not Jesup's night. So hopefully they can get into practice tomorrow, maybe make some adjustments, and go over to Wapsie on Thursday and get a little different outcome.
Denver did outscore Jesup in that stanza 20-8. Again, the final 84-50. Our next broadcast on the Jayhawk Sports Network, again, will come your way this Friday. Boy-girl doubleheader. Girls, I think, slated to start at about 6:15. We'll have it for you on local cable channel 400, Facebook Live, as well as YouTube from the Jayhawk Sports Network. I invite you to follow us again on Facebook if you haven't. Share it with your friends. Even if there are other teams out there that want to follow along, the opponents, we invite you to do that as well. For Luke Baldwin, Anthony Baugh, Eric Clark, and Tony Lang. Final score from the Hawk Nest tonight. Again, Jesup boys losing 84-50. However, the girls got the victory earlier tonight, 46-44 over Denver. You can watch this entire game on replay, if you choose, on YouTube or also on Facebook Live. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology Music, courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks, and good night.